Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having an incredible day. Me and Laisha here, we're just going over some training here and just marking up some charts. We're just masterminding, just putting together what we want to do for the rest of the week and really just trying to put our heads together and just really kill the markets and figure out a strategy that works best for, people who have kids, people who go to work, people who go to school, and just, whether you're busy or you have complete time freedom, whatever it may be, we want to make this duplicatable for everybody. So, what I've been working on for quite some time is a strategy combined with our scanner and IML. For the people who don't use the scanner, guys, I'm telling you, you're really playing yourself by not using this because it is extremely, extremely accurate. Okay, now, if you've been in trading for a little while, or if you've been in trading for, not very long at all, you should know what support and resistance is, okay? Support and resistance is one of the most important things in trading, okay? Now, you have support and resistance, you have Fibonacci, you have channels, divergence, reversal patterns, true trend, all kinds of different stuff that you can use, different indicators, harmonics, all that. But guys, look, the product that we have within IML is extremely, extremely powerful. You have the IML scanner that prints harmonics for you, which is in correlation with support and resistance, and has Fibonacci printed for you as your entry, as your stop loss, take profit 1 through 3. And, you can, it already has RSI on there, but I have a different setting for my RSI, which is what I'm going to show you guys in a second. I'm going to show you how simple this is to use and how accurate this thing is. This thing is extremely, extremely accurate. Over the last couple weeks, I've been back testing the crap out of this. It's been insane. A lot of these are hitting take profit 2, 3, and so on. As this one you can see right here, it blew take profit 3 out of the water. And what's crazy about this is the binary scanner, which is only 15-minute candles. So if you would have got in at entry, you would have rode this to take profit 3, guys. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so, this is absolutely insane how powerful this is. You have take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, and these are these are Fibonacci areas and confluence with support and resistance areas, okay? So that's why it's telling you to put those take profits there. So, you don't actually enter on this web scanner. We have a web scanner. This is the web version, which is, you can use on your computer or you can use it on your phone. Myself, I actually like to use the version that you download onto your MetaTrader 4. Makes it very, very simple to use. And I like it on my MetaTrader 4. Just for the zoom in, zoom out options, but it's completely preference. You can use it on your phone, you can use it on your laptop, on MetaTrader 4, however you guys want to use it. It's completely up to you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hop right into this. How I use this scanner and how I trade. Guys, if you want to use my exact strategy, I'm going to play it out for you right now. After I explain my strategy, I'm going to go into some views on tradingview.com. That's where I mark up all my charts. I'm going to show you guys some channels, show you guys some different stuff that actually doesn't have to do with the scanner. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to save yourself some time, save yourself some guesswork, save yourself, the hassle of sitting in front of your computer, really marking up all this stuff, driving yourself crazy, use this. But guys, look, there's no possible way to be 100% accurate in the Forex markets. It's a $5.3 trillion a day market. You can't expect to be 100% accurate. If you were, we would be millionaires in a month because all you would do is constantly risk your entire account on each trade, flip it to more and more and more and more. But what you're wanting to do is win more than you lose. How to do that is to understand technical analysis, fundamentals, and the psychology of trading. But combining this with the scanner, it's game over, guys. It's nuts. So I'm going to show you how accurate this is. So basically what I do, whether this be on the 5-minute, 15-minute, or you use the regular scanner, which is on H1, H4, and daily, basically what I'm looking for, guys, I only trade between 3 a.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Eastern. So I don't enter after that. Reason being is because if you're going to enter after that, a lot of the time you're going to get stuck in Asian session. You're going to get stuck in consolidation, and it's just going to be going sideways. You're going to get pissed off because it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. Also, guys, if I'm losing my voice, it's because I've been sick the last couple of days, so my voice is kind of cutting in and out. But you guys should be able to still hear me. But other than that, guys, so what I do, the first thing I do is when I wake up, make sure I have a clear head, drink some water, stuff like that. I normally wake up around New York session. Little bit before. New York is around 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, and I just get my charts ready. I look and I see, like, let's act as if none of this has even happened, okay? Let's act as if the market price was coming right down to this entry, and I see it at entry. Does that mean to get in? Absolutely not. You don't want to take every single trade. You want to combine the scanner as a tool and use it with confluence, okay? Confluence means multiple confirmations. So that's what you're going to be using it with. So how we do that is, what I like to do is most of the time I like to use this with the true trend. So if it's in a downtrend, we're looking for sells. If it's in an uptrend, you're looking for buys. So a lot of times if it's in a downtrend and it tells me to buy, I'm not even looking at it. Or if it's way away from the entry, I don't even look at it either. But let's just say this pattern pops up and it tells me I'm looking for buys, right? You see the entry area here. Let's say price is right here on this bearish candle, this red one, and I see prices here. Does that mean to get in? Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just showing you this is how I trade. So I would be looking for a reversal before I get in. I do not enter the trade until I see a reversal pattern, whether that be an engulfing pattern, a morning star, or an evening star. If you do not know what those are, I'm not going to explain those to you. Those are very, very simple. That's very, very basic stuff, guys. I don't want to go over the extreme basic stuff. I'm going to be going over, a little bit more advanced type of stuff. But anything you guys want to know more than that, you're more than welcome to, hit me up, and, we can kind of go over that kind of stuff on our own. But anyway, so what I would be looking for is, I see this price in this area. I'm looking at it. I'm looking for an engulfing pattern. I'm looking for I don't trade off of dojis, because dojis, a lot of times, those are fake outs. A doji does not mean a reversal is coming. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but I look for momentum to change. And why I do that is because, when a candle completely engulfs the previous candle, especially if it's in the true trend of that pair, you have a good probability of, whether it be, let's say, you see an engulfing bearish candle. There's a good probability as after that candle prints, that momentum is going to be changing direction, especially if it's on a support or resistance area. Now, are you just looking for engulfings randomly? No. You're looking for engulfings on support and resistance, or your IML scanner area for your harmonics. So I saw it coming down to this area. What I've got in here, myself personally, no, because there's no reversal right there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a wick, but nothing really happened. So what I'd be looking for is an engulfing, okay? Now, what you could have done myself, obviously there's a bit of consolidation here, but you do got to understand this is a 15-minute chart. So you could have got in here on this engulfing pattern. You would have saw some consolidation, stuff like that. What I normally do is I set my stop loss about 5 to 10 pips away from that engulfing candle. So if you lose, you're not losing very much money, okay? So think about it like this. One, we see this prints. We saw the pattern printed, right? We saw the pattern printed, the entries in this area. I saw this candle was bearish. I'm definitely not entering yet, okay? I saw these three here. You could have saw that's another reversal pattern. I don't like to go by those. The three, I think it's like three wise men or whatever the heck you call it. I don't go off of those. But what I do is, like I said, I'll grab a horizontal line. I'll put it about 10 pips away from that engulfing. That's my stop loss. So if I lose, I'm not losing big money. On a mini, that's $10. So what I do is, let's say you would have entered here, and I enter after it prints. Because how many times have you guys went to go enter a trade because you see an engulfing candle, and right when you enter, it turns into a wick and goes the opposite direction, hits your stop loss, blows your account, blah, 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 whatever happens. So wait till that engulfing or reversal candle prints, okay? Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. All right, guys. So I'm back. Sorry about that. So, all right. So let's see here. Where was I? All right. So we were looking at this area. We put our stop loss about what, 10 pips, 10, 15 pips below that engulfing candle. Reason being is there shouldn't be a reason why this, price should come back down in this area. If you had an engulfing print, you have support in this area. You have, the harmonic printed, especially if you're in the true trend, you're looking for buys in a buyer's market. You're looking for sells in a seller's market. So, obviously consolidated a little bit, came right back down to pretty much where this support was, retesting this area, but it never came back down to my stop loss. You can have a little bit, a little bit wider stop loss if you'd like, stuff like that. Depending on who your broker is, you might, spread might be a little bit higher. So you go like 20, 30 pips, whatever your plan is to do. But as you can see here, if you wanted to wait a little bit longer, or let's say maybe you entered here after it printed, you go in negative just a few pips, it's coming down, maybe it's getting you a little bit nervous, and then you see this engulfing print. You see this engulfing print right here. Could have got in right here, okay? Put your stop loss, hold on one second. Put your stop loss 10, 15 pips below the engulfing candle, because it shouldn't come back down in that area. If it does, you just lost a trade. It's not a big deal. You're going to lose sometimes, but you want your probability to be higher so that you're winning the majority of the time. All right. So, all right. So yeah, sorry, I was frozen there for a second. All right. So I'm going to go reiterate this again. So this printed this harmonic pattern, right? Okay. So you're looking for buys. You're looking for an engulfing pattern or a reversal candle, something along the lines like that, okay? So you saw two right here, all right? So you entered after it printed, stop loss about 15, 20 pips below the candle, and you're riding this out. Like, guys, look, if you would have rode this out, from your entry, here, actually, we'll do it from where we would have entered. Take profit 1, hit. Take profit 1, hit. Take profit 2, hit. Take profit 3, hit. Guys, like, listen, look at how powerful this is. Like, that's absolutely amazing to be able to see that. And rule of thumb, guys, what you want to try to do is as soon as you're 15, 20 pips in profit, put your stop loss at break even, all right? So that you can't lose the trade. If you put your stop loss at break even and the market completely reverses, you can't lose. And as it starts to grow, let's say it's at take profit 2. You can put your stop loss 10, 15 pips in profit. The market reverses, you're still going to win. You know what I mean? So the coolest part about this strategy, guys, is you have multiple confirmations of why you're getting in. If you lose, you're not losing very much. So you could literally win 3 out of 10 times, which even if you lost 70% of the time, you're still going to make more money than you lost. Why? Because your stop loss is so tight, you're not losing very much money. And if you win, most of these literally, guys, like if you go and look at these previous results on the scanner, most of these are hitting take profit 2, 3, and so on, and if you use it with this strategy, like literally, guys, if you go back and look at the IML scanner, and you look at a lot of the previous trades, you're going to see most of the time on these entries, almost every single time, right where the entry's at, an engulfing candle prints. If an engulfing candle prints, it's going to hit two or three. Like, it's pretty much going to hit take profit 2 or 3 pretty much every time. And if it loses, like I said, you're putting your stop loss so tight that if you lose, you're not losing hardly any money. Sorry, my voice is cracking out. It's just I'm just still getting over this sickness. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's literally how I do it. So keeping it simple. You whatever time you want to wake up, whether you're busy, blah blah blah. But the best times to trade is between 3 p.m. and 2 p. or 3 a.m. and 2 p.m. So London open, New York through the session. I don't like to trade Sydney. I don't like to trade Asian because you're just going to get stuck in consolidation. And, a lot of times I try to I want to just catch my pips and make my money, so I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. My goal is to, make a certain amount of pips, certain amount of money before, noon or 1 or 2 or whatever. And then if I hit that goal, I close my computer, I close my MetaTrader 4, and I'm done for the day. You make $200, $300, $400 before noon. Close your stuff, guys. Don't get greedy. There's no reason to do that. That was my biggest problem. Like, My biggest problem before was when I got into trading, you know, I'd make a couple $100 in a couple hours, and I was like, man, I want to jump back in here. I want to make more. You jump back in, you get greedy, and then there's never a stopping point. You get so greedy, you end up risking your whole account, and you blow all the profit that you made. Why would you want to make $200-300 in a couple hours and then lose it all on one trade? So stick to your strategy. Stick to your trading plan. If you only trade a couple pairs, just trade those pairs. If you only enter on engulfings, only enter on engulfings. If you only trade at a certain time period or a time frame or whatever, only trade on that time frame. If you only sell in a seller's market, only do that. If you only buy in a buyer's market, do that. But like I said, guys, listen, if you use this strategy, you have multiple confirmations. You're buying in a buyer's market. You're selling in a seller's market. You have the harmonics print. You're looking for an engulfing or a reversal candle on the entry price. You have support and resistance. It's already got Fibonacci for you. Boom, 4 confirmations right there. If you want to draw trend lines, you can have 5 confirmations. If you want to add RSI, which is overbought, oversold, I changed the RSI to 5 right here and add my levels for 70 and 30, okay? So that could be another confirmation. Guys, you got 6 confirmations of a buy or sell. Set your stop loss real tight. You lose, who cares? Move on to the next trade. You're not going to win them all. But if you win more than you're losing, you're going to be a profitable trader. And if you consistently do that, then you're going to be able to make a living doing this. You know, you can turn this into a full-time living. All you got to do is just increase your volume, increase your lot sizes. Yeah, that's pretty much all you got to do, guys. Like, you know, it's real. Trading is not hard, okay? It's psychology. That's the difficult part about it. You know, it's simple to do, but it's also simple not to do. You can make it very difficult if you overwhelm yourself and you focus on getting so greedy. Guys, listen, like there's been times where I've literally flipped $5 to 470 and blew it all in one day because I got greedy. Guys, you don't have to have a lot of money to trade. You don't have to have a lot of capital to trade. I flipped 74 cents to $470 on 1 to 3,000 leverage before the FX glory. Now, is that going to happen to everybody? No. The reason I was able to do that, because there was news event, I risked, you know, I obviously put a sell stop. It blew right through it. I had no drawdown. Ended up making a couple bucks off of that. Flip that couple bucks to so on and so forth. That's a whole nother story. But listen, guys, you know, if I don't know if you guys saw my post, like I think it was last week or the week before, but I flipped $21 to like 400 in 2 days. Like that's not a lot of money, but if you can do that on small accounts, you can do that on bigger accounts. Like, you know, I'm still, you know, the biggest thing is I want you guys to focus on catching pips. Don't focus on the money. I've been trying so hard for all year to have $1,000 day. I still haven't had $1,000 day because I'm so focused on the money. You know, I'll make $300-400 in a day and then jump back in because I'm trying to hit 1,000 and lose half of it. Guys, if you're trying to stick to a plan, stick to the plan. If you say you're not going to trade plus 2, if you say you're only going to trade a couple pairs, stick to that. Don't trade past that time. Don't trade other pairs than that. If you're only going to enter on engulfings, only enter on engulfings and make sure they print. If you're sticking to this strategy, there's no way that you're going to be able to blow in counts if you're using good risk management. If you have, you know, if you have a couple $100 in your account, don't be throwing standard lots. Don't be throwing standard lots. You know, don't be, you know, if you have a couple $100 in your account, you shouldn't even really be throwing minis, like especially if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have, you know, if your leverage is low, if you know, most of you guys should not be using leverage like 1 to 1,000, 1 to 3,000. You really shouldn't even be using 1 to 500. You need to be, if you can't flip 100 to 1,000 with like 1 to 2, 300 leverage, you don't need to really be throwing 10 grand in an account and trying to flip it. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like I meet so many people. I meet so many people all the time that they're like, dude, I got 20 grand in my bank. I'm going to literally throw 10 grand in an account tonight and try to flip it. Do not do that. Why? Because you don't know what you're doing. Trading is a skill set. You have to learn this skill set to become a profitable trader, whether that be spare time, part-time, or full-time. You're going to have to take the time to learn technicals, fundamentals, and psychological aspects of trading. It's going to take a little bit of time, but once you learn how to do it, you're going to be able to pass this skill down for generations to generation. And when you have something like the IML scanner, it takes so much work away from you. You don't have to worry about Fibonacci. Yeah, you can mark up different Fibonacci extensions and stuff if you'd like, but it has Fibonacci for you. It has harmonics for you. It has an entry, take profit, you know, support and resistance areas on there already. You know, you combine that with divergence, combine that with engulfings, reversal candles, like setting your stop loss tight. Like, guys, it's game over. Like, it's literally game over. Like, Forex can absolutely change your life if you take the time to understand it as a skill and stop treating it like gambling, okay? But other than that, guys, like, this is literally how simple we keep it. So, you know, I can show you guys another example if you'd like, but this is literally on every time frame. You can do this on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, whatever it may be.
All right, you want to find one more?
What's up? Do another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
While you're looking for one, I just kind of want to speak my piece really quickly.
Yeah.
I work full-time as a teacher right now, and anybody that knows, or anybody who loves a teacher knows that it's some really hard work, and you have to, you know, put your heart into it. Unfortunately, my heart hasn't been in it this year, and you know, I was looking for something to get me out of it, and I know that I'm not the only person on Facebook, not the only person in my life, not the only person in my family that is, you know, just not happy with what they're doing. And I decided to take this leap, to take this jump. And has it been easy? No, it has not been easy at all. And I'm so thankful for, you know, I'm so thankful for Matt, and I'm so thankful for our team and our family, because it damn sure is a family, because we got people there for you 24/7, even though the markets are only open 24/5. But we have so much support here. And I think in life we can all just take something from simplify. What can I do to make this part of my life easier? What can I do to make this part of my life easier? What can I do to take less time doing this? And honestly, like, yes, I'm doing, you know, Forex part-time, but it's taken up, you know, a pretty significant chunk of my life because I wanted to. I wanted to work. I wanted to work so badly that I sit in front of my computers for hours. Watch this, look this, read this, do this. Look at this guy. What's he doing? What's that doing? And then my brain is just so congested with stuff. And this scanner takes everything that I already have learned how to do and simplifies it. So why wouldn't you use it? It's a tool that we all get. So why wouldn't you use it? It's right there for you. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And the thing is, you know, Laisha, she's only been doing this weeks. You know what I mean? Like, she hasn't been doing this years or anything like that. She hasn't even been doing it a quarter of the time that I have. And guys, listen, you can you can only bring a horse to water. You can't make it drink. So us sitting here telling you that you're going to make as much money as, you know, some of the other people in here, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're going to make as much as I did, because how do I know how much money how much effort you're going to put into this? You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you know, this isn't a get rich quick. This isn't something you're going to get started on tonight and you're going to get rich tomorrow. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to put some work into this. You're going to have to put some time into it. But would you rather sacrifice a few months, few weeks, you know, maybe even a year of your time, you know, sacrifice that time for, you know, for long-term growth, you know, sacrifice a few months, few weeks of your life to live the rest of your life like most people can't. You know, for me, I saw people doing this. I saw people making more in a day than I used to make in months. And I'm like, I got to learn how to do this. You know, people will say, oh, you know, what's Forex? Is it really real? Blah, blah, blah. Guys, listen, if Forex wasn't real, this world's economy wouldn't even be a structure. You have to have the foreign exchange market, or the economy wouldn't even be there. If foreign exchange didn't exist, we'd have some serious problems to worry about. There'd be no such thing as supply and demand. There would be no exchange of currencies within this entire world. If you guys have ever traveled internationally, every single time you go to a different country, you have to exchange your U.S. dollar for their currency, right? When you come back, you have to exchange their currency for the U.S. dollar. Based upon supply and demand, those prices fluctuate. You can make money or you can lose money depending on what you're doing. Instead of having to travel every single time to try to make a profit, which isn't going to make you profit because you're spending all the money on the plane flight, you know, that doesn't make any sense. You can do it in the markets from your phone. You know, once you learn how to do this, you can make enough money in a couple hours to pay your bills. You know, so if you want to take this seriously and put the time in to learn how to do this, it's really going to pay off. You know, so we'll do another one, guys. I don't know if you saw me flipping through this. Sorry, I'm really, really losing my voice. But anyway, see, that's what's cool, guys. Like, I can literally be sick as hell, not have to go to work. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to call off today. I haven't had to call off for the last several days or anything while I was sick. I don't have a boss. Like, I'm able to do this. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you saw, but I was flipping through like 6, 7 different ones. Every single one hit take profit 3. Like, that's crazy. So here's another example. Let's say none of this happened. None of this stuff happened. All right. Price is coming down. You see this big ass and big bearish candle. Does that mean to get in? Hell no. Why would you get in as a buy if you just saw a huge momentum candle bearish? That doesn't even make sense. So what you're waiting for is an engulfing or a reversal candle in the opposite direction. So what do we see right here? This is on the 15-minute too, guys. So remember, this is quick profits. What is this? Engulfing candle, bullish. You also, you have these support and resistance areas as well. So you have a harmonic pattern print. You have it coming down to your entry. You have an engulfing pattern, 3 confirmations right off the bat. You set your stop loss, which this would be a great stop loss right where it's at. You put your stop loss there. So if you do lose, you're not losing very much money. As we've been on this webinar, I've got 37 unread messages. But anyway, so, we have multiple confirmations on here to get in. So we would have got in as soon as it printed. Remember, wait till it prints. So you got in here, boom, take profit 1 hit. Boom, take profit 2 hit. Boom, take profit 3 hit. Guys, that's in a matter of a couple hours. If your volume was high enough, you had your lot size high enough, you could have made enough in a day than some people make in a week. Now, obviously, if you don't have a whole lot of money to put in there, you don't have a large account, obviously use good risk management. But compounding over time, let's say you start with $50. You make $5 the first day. You make $7 the next day, $10 the next day, $20 the next day, $30 the next, so on and so forth. You're going to get to the point to where you're making a couple $100 a week. A couple $100 a week turns into a couple thousand a month, so on and so forth, however much effort you put into this. But guys, look, this is extremely simple how you use this scanner. Guys, look, if we would put our stop loss here and this went the opposite way, you're losing like what, 7 pips? Like, that doesn't even matter. Like 7 pips, like who cares? Like if you win, you possibly making like 30 plus. So basic rule of thumb of what we do a lot of the times is we enter twice, which is twin trading. You enter 2 different entries, take profit 1, you take profit 2, you can take that as well, or you continue to move your stop loss up and up and up and ride it out as long as you want. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much the simplicity of it. I feel like this was definitely a really good webinar. It was quick to the point. We got a lot of valuable nuggets in there. I hope you guys took notes. Watch this as many times as you want. If you want personal one-on-ones with me, you're more than welcome. What's that?
Or me?
Yeah. If you want personal one-on-ones with Laisha as well, she's an absolute beast. She's learning very, very quickly. She's only been in this for, like I said, weeks. And, she can definitely teach. And guys, listen, when it comes down to it, I love doing this because just like Laisha, she's a teacher. Think about how much she learns by being a teacher. Her students obviously learn, but she learns more than the students because it's repetition. She's constantly doing it. And each time she teaches, she learns something new. So, either one of us, hit us both up. She's learning so much stuff. I'm sure she's got hundreds of pages of notes from learning different things. She's going to be on stage one of these times with me speaking, and I'm definitely excited to kill it with her. So either way, make sure that you add us on Facebook. Hit either one of us up. If you need any help whatsoever, we got your back 100%. So other than that, is there anything else that you want to say, Laisha?
No, I know we all talk about money because let's just face it, like you have to have it to survive. People talk about money doesn't buy happiness, but money pays your bills. So yes, I got in this for the money in hopes that it would be something to replace my income. But in all honesty, I've gained so much from this that I never ever anticipated. I have more discipline as an individual now. I'm more positive. I mean, you can't get into this business and be surrounded by positive people and a positive team and a positive family all the time and not manage to become positive. It's just impossible. And the people that you end up following and the stuff that you see, and you're just like, damn, that makes good sense, that makes common sense. Why have I not been doing that? Like taking inventory on your past year and some of the stuff that some of our top leaders are saying, it's like, that makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't you do that? So I mean, I'm looking forward to start making some profits doing Forex, absolutely. But I will never ever look back at this and regret the situation because I have learned so much, just growth, personal growth as an individual, and psychology, and just being patient and being disciplined and setting a schedule and holding yourself accountable. That's invaluable. You can't set a price on that ever.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, you heard it straight from her. I mean, she knows what she's talking about. You know, she, like, even don't take this lightly, even though she's been doing this for not very long. She has a lot of information up top. So she's put a lot of work in this, a lot of dedication, and literally, guys, the people that say they don't have the time, there's literally no excuse. She has a child. She's getting ready to get married. She works full time, and she still does this. There's literally no excuse. Like, anybody can do this. Saying you don't have the time makes no sense. The average person watches over 3 hours of TV every single day. Saying you don't have time to do this is like saying you don't have time to take a shower. And hygiene is really important. So money and hygiene are really important. Like she said, you know, money's not everything, but it pretty much is. You know, it ranks right up there with oxygen.
Yep.
You got more money, you got more time freedom. More time freedom, you can see your family more. You can make memories instead of making excuses. So other than that, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon.